What's going on, guys? It's Eric again, back with another video. A little bit of a disclaimer here. I got my windows here kind of providing the light source here, and there's traffic going by, so you're probably going to hear cars go by on the road here. I'm only, goodness, about 100 feet from the road. It seems like 100 feet. It's probably more than that from the road, but I'm really close to the road, and you're probably going to hear traffic go by even though I have the windows closed. So with that being said here, guys, I want to talk about Major League Baseball with the Miami Marlins and the St. Louis Cardinals having coronavirus cases. Ron Manfred has said if teams don't take a better stance on this and kind of get it managed, he'll cancel the season, which I'm surprised that he didn't take a tougher stance on this when they were negotiating for this season, even though money was a big part of it, and that's one of the things I'm really kind of irked at when it comes to baseball and what money gets placed where, and the players aren't going to play because of money and all that. That's another video for another time, but I'm real surprised that he wasn't real strict on containing this and being kind of in a bubble, which the NBA commissioner, and I can't remember his name right off the top of my head, the NBA commissioner has said the teams aren't going to go outside of this bubble that they've said. They can only be a part of this within this area, I guess is kind of really how it is. And if they go outside that area, they can't come back in. They pretty much had said, look, if you go out, you're relinquishing your playing time for the season and all that. And you can probably go anywhere you want at that point. But if you want to play, you got to stay in this restricted area. Major League Baseball, on the other hand, has kind of said something different. They had said the teams can travel within a region, and I believe is what it is. They can pretty much go anywhere that they want. Now, reports have been coming out with the Miami Marlins of people going to strip clubs and then coming back in outside. They must have picked it up from somewhere and brought it back in. And I sit here and I think, you know, what this virus that's kind of going around is highly contagious, and you may be asymptomatic and you could be spreading it to somebody else too. Even though you may not be showing any symptoms, you may not show any symptoms throughout the time that you have it either. That's the real big thing that I have a concern with Major League Baseball and how they implemented this thing. I thought Ron Manfred I believe that's how you pronounce his name, should have been more strict. There should have been something that's been non-negotiable. Hey, you either do it or we're not having the season. It's just that simple. And tell the owners too, and if the owners kind of put pressure on them, just say, hey, you know, I as a commissioner, he has a stake in the welfare and the well-being of the entire league. That's the part of being the commissioner. I mean, some of the stuff you're not going to be well liked about, but at some point you got to take a stance and take these kind of things seriously. I think the NLPA was probably in on it, and they were probably like, well, we're not going to play. And if I would have been Manfred, I would have been like, that's fine. We don't have to play then. We'll just wait till next season. And everyone's contract's going to be kind of void for the season, because if you don't play, you're not going to get paid unless you got a guaranteed contract. It just seems like the implementation of this thing was very poor. It seems like the players can go anywhere and kind of come back. They are not restricted to an area, or they're restricted to the stadium, the bus ride, and the hotel. Well, only one of those three places, and you're only in contact with very certain people, with a very small group of people. And even at the hotel, you got to trust that they're not putting your health at risk here either, because you know they don't have the restrictions that the baseball players do, or the NBA players do, or the WNBA players do. And I think I want to say you could probably loop NASCAR into this, and a couple of other sports on here. I don't really know what the NHL has done, or even if they're having a season or anything. I really haven't kind of been looking that up. But this is very, very poorly implemented. It looks like the baseball is probably going to get canceled, even though Manfred has said, hey, if you guys don't kind of manage this better, we're gonna have to cancel the season. But those are the terms that he agreed to too. So I don't know how is a team supposed to manage it unless they're going to impose their own sanctions on top of sanctions. I really shouldn't say sanctions. Rules on top of the rules that are already in place for Major League Baseball. And you guys know I'm a big baseball nut. The Tigers won last night. I didn't watch the game. I was kind of keeping track of it on my phone. They're 5-2 now. They're in the race for the Central Division. But maybe with the stuff going on, this is kind of going to be a moot point. You're only going to play, maybe 15 games, 20 games tops, and then they're just going to the season's done with. But I'm going to keep an eye on this, and if they cancel the season, I'm kind of going to be like, hey, I told you so. Even though I didn't make a video on it, I'm kind of, that's more or less the kind of the premise of the video is I'm going to be like, hey, I told you so. You guys didn't put the proper rules in place, and you're letting players kind of go anywhere that they want and come back and figure like, oh, we're not going to get this thing. Very, very poorly implemented. Guys, let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell notification so you guys get more videos just like this one. Guys, there's going to be a video today, and then there's going to be a video a little bit later today about a beer that I had that I really, really liked. I'm actually going to kind of go out and look for it. All right, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces. Take care, guys.